Hey, hello everyone. What's up? How are you guys doing? I hope so. All of you guys are doing absolutely amazing because what I'm going to do in this particular video is basically a follow up because in one of my videos where if I go to my browser, if I go to YouTube, I'll just show you. Hold on. Is there too much noise? I don't know. Let me check it out. Is my yeah, everything seems good. Okay, so I did so on YouTube. Basically, if I go to I think technologies, and if I write Google Meet, I did a video on this, right? So there was so if I write just this, I think, why can't I find my own uh, React? Yeah, there you go. So I had a video on Google Meet and OAuth integration in my YouTube channel, but the issue is yeah, this video, right? And a lot of you were asking a lot of questions and you guys were having doubts, so I thought, let's create one more video where I explain a lot of things, like a lot of Arjun Krishna. Yes, after a long time I was busy with switching my job. So yeah, sorry. So that's what we'll do today. We'll do a Google Calendar integration. We'll do it using Next.js this time. All the concepts will remain the same as it was in the previous video. Wait, is my sound too loud? I don't know. It should be fine now. Okay. So we'll be doing a Google Calendar integration this time. A lot of you guys ask a lot of questions, so we'll try to do this. By the way, I'm trying this new browser and it's called Zen browser. So this is Mozilla based, right? So you must have heard of Arc browser, right, which is Chrome based. This is Firefox based. I don't know a lot of it, so we'll experiment with this as well in the meantime. So let's get started and let's see what can we build today. First of all, I'll have to create a Google account. I think let's create a Google account. Please guys, don't log in with my account. I just want a dummy demo account. I don't know, will I be able to create it? uh this is not something which I want. Okay, create Google account. Oh, I think I can uh go to default one. Can I create a new profile? Maybe I can. Random. Let's create a new workspace and let's go and say create a Gmail profile. This has a lot of bugs. This new whatever, like uh this new browser has a lot of bugs right now, but but that's fine, right? Let's create a new Gmail account through which we can do all these testing, and then we can do other things. So the first name which we'll be writing over here is, I don't know, let's choose a name for us. Let's write Jay, first name. I think surname is optional. My birthday is, what is my birthday? 5 6. By the way, that's my real birthday. 5 6 6 103 54 56 2001, right? And I am a male. I'm pretty sure about that. A Raven here, by big fan. Raven, what's up? Choose an email ID. Let's choose whatever, like this one. Who cares? uh Create a password. So let me create a password, right? So hey, hi everyone. So it asks for a phone number. Oh no, I don't have a phone number. What should I give? 93. I don't want to leak my number, so we'll just do 9341136. Oh, I'm saying my number. Okay. Also this takes my number. Will it work? I don't know. I have just too many accounts. Where's my phone? I'll just get my phone from there. Okay, you guys hang on. Got it. And then we'll delete this account. So 494449964. 49964. Great. So yep, we'll skip this and yeah, whatever. So we'll say agree. This is a demo Google account. We'll do all the Google stuff from this, all the demo Google stuff from this. So great. So we have a demo Google account. Now the next thing what I'll do is I'll teach you how to do Google OAuth, right? So we'll go to Google Developer Console. That's where we want to go. Google Developer Console, and So OAuth in its core sense is very easy. So yes, I agree with your terms and conditions. I agree with everything. Okay, we'll see this later on. Let's get our Next.js project set up first, and then we'll probably do this. So Next.js. Oh my God, I have forget how to create a next project. No. Okay, finally. I have a terminal, right? I have a terminal. Where is my terminal dancing over here? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we have a terminal. Next thing what we'll do is no, not on desktop. We'll have a projects folder, and here we'll say yarn create next app, which will help us to create a next application. There you go. It's creating that next application. Yep. What should we name our application? Let's name, I don't know, Google Meet setup. I don't know, Google Meet project. No, this was not a Google Meet project. This is a Google Calendar project. We'll just, I've given the wrong name. Google Calendar project, right? And then would you like to use TypeScript? Would I like to use TypeScript? Yes, let's use TypeScript. Yes. Would I use Tailwind CSS? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Maybe. Yes. Use everything. Yeah, there you go. So we have a Next.js project set up, setting up. And how are you guys doing? What were you guys doing? I haven't streamed since months. I don't know the last time when I streamed. And Arjun Krishna. Hi, Arjun Krishna. If you're watching this video, a hi would be highly appreciated. Okay, so this is doing its thing. Let it do its thing. So first thing, okay, so let's open Excalibur while this is so that we can actually see a little bit for us that how does this work, how OAuth works, what is the way, what is the process. We'll be seeing all those things. Okay, so first of all, let's see how. Oh, that's too big. OAuth 2. How does this work? This is pretty simple. Hi. Okay, so this is pretty simple. What you do is you generate kind of like a URL, right? And how do you generate this special URL? I'll tell you, right? This Google URL. You send the user to this URL, right? And then the user kind of like accepts the permission. So he gets a kind of like a nice prompt like, hey, this is the app and this wants this kind of permission. Do you want to allow this, right? So if the user allows this, okay, I want this, like I want this app to get the access of all these things, right? If the user is happy with that, what next happens is this kind of like gets back to your site, which is called a redirect URL. Okay, so this redirects to your own website, right? And in that stuff, right, in that URL, it has a token, and which the token could be used to generate a token and a refresh token. So as the name suggests, using the token you can create events on that particular user's calendar. You can delete or whatever requests you have taken, you can do all those things. And using the refresh token, what you can do is you can get a new token if that previous token expires, right? So that's how basically OAuth works. Like you first, that's how like it's just a process of generating a URL, sending the user there, getting it back using a redirect URL, and then basically getting the token and refresh token, right? One more thing to remember while implementing OAuth is you get the refresh token only once, the first time. Okay, so if you don't manage to save it, you're screwed. Okay, either the user has to go and delete the permission from his kind of like his app, then only you'll get the refresh token again. Otherwise, you're not gonna get it. Although we'll not care about refresh token in this particular video. That's for a production application. I'll just definitely give you a hint of how to store it, how to access, how to get another token, all those things. But let's start with the implementation now. Enough talk. Let's do some actions now. Okay. So I guess my project is ready. I just don't remember what. Oh, this Google Calendar project, right? That's the name we had. And there you go. Okay. So please don't delete the live stream recording. Yo, hey, random work. I will not delete Arjun For sure, this one will be live. Actually, a lot of you were asking this question that how can we do the Google Calendar stuff. So that's why I'm creating this video. Okay, so the next thing what we'll do is we'll just very simply, we'll keep it simple this time. So let's run this application first. Uh, Yarn, I think it's start yarn dev. Yeah, dev. So that kind of like starts our application at port 3000. We'll copy that stuff and we'll open this in this new browser. UI is not going to be our focus right now. The focus will be basically the functionality, right? So we have a Next.js, whatever the default website. We'll just get rid of it ASAP. Bro, it's been a while I've worked on Next.js. I don't even remember a lot of things. So Next.js project. There you go. So no, why is the hot refresh, whatever that thing is not working? I don't know. Oh, there you go. Hot reload is not working. Okay, so we have this, and then I think we are getting those whatever, all those weird stuff. Due to this, we'll get rid of that, and that is kind of okay. Layout. I don't know. Is there anything bad in this? No. So let's change the title. Let's call it Google Calendar. No, Google, not Google Calendar. Google Calendar app and a Google Calendar. I don't know, something, right? So okay, so does the live reloading is working perfect. So now what we'll do is we have this very simple app. The first thing what you have to do is you have to generate that URL, and to generate that URL you need to create an app in your Google Developer Console. Now how do you create an app? So here's an organization, I don't care about that. Okay, so Google OAuth token generation. I don't remember where that what is that website where it is done. Okay, Google Developer Console, I think that's what you call it. Yeah, this is the one. And then what you do is you go over here, you go to the API, and then you do go to the credentials. I think that's where you go. So so the first thing what you do is go to library, APIs and services. I think I need to go to the APIs and services, pretty sure. Okay, I'll have to create a project, I guess. First let's create a project. What should I name this? I don't care, name this anything. Why is this URL? I'm not sure. It is using the wrong Google account, I guess. I'm pretty sure. Wait, yes, this is using the wrong Google account. Okay, so let's create a project. So I agree to the terms and conditions. I agree to all of the stuff, and then let's create a project. Wait, hold on. What happened? You have 12 projects remaining in your quota, whatever. So I don't care. No organization. Let's create a project. So first thing what you have to do is you have to create this project by going to because my account is new. If you are already a developer, you must be having like already few projects. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, there you go. So we have a project selected. Amazing. You can go to credentials now, and we'll be creating a credentials now. So here in credentials, there are three things. Like I'll explain you all these three, whatever, like these two are the most important. Service accounts, we can just ignore for now. API keys is used when you want to do changes to your own stuff. For example, you want to access your own Google Doc or your own you want to make programmatically, you want to change your own Google account stuff, right? That's when you use API keys. And OAuth keys are used when you want to change other persons, your users Google account, something like that, right? And you want that permission, then you use OAuth, right? So we'll go to create credentials and we'll go to OAuth client ID, right? So that's the second one we'll select. It will ask us few questions, we'll answer all of them. It will give me the client, so I'll delete the project. That will not be useful, like it will not be very useful during the, but please don't use it right now. I mean, you can, but don't do it. Okay, so here's like choose what configuration external available to whatever, only available to users within your organization. Do not. So we'll say internal right now. Google external. Okay, whatever. It was not letting me select internal. Okay, so the app name will be what should we name this? Google Calendar application. Remember, this name is really important because this is the name which will be appearing while the user will be giving the permission. Okay, so this is user support. Okay, whatever, this is the support. So logo is not required, all these things are not required. We can completely kind of ignore that, and we can keep, probably we can use the same Gmail ID. We can copy that. uh, this is the developer contact, and we'll say save and continue. What, an error, saving your project has occurred. What happened? What is the error, bro? What is the error? What is the error? That's insane. A homepage, I don't know. So we, I think authorized domain, let's add localhost 3000, I think. Or let's delete it. Also, we'll have to use http // that's cool. So we can say save and continue. Please, whatever, is this required? I don't think so. I don't know why is this throwing an error. It shouldn't be this. Hold on. Let's try to go to credentials again. Let's try to remember to configure OAuth consent screen with info about. Okay, configure consent screen. Let's do it. Internal is not option. External support email. Logo is not required. These are not required. Developer, whatever that, it will be the same stuff. Save and continue. Name of the application, Google Calendar application. I don't know why it is not letting me do that. Oh, this is not required. I can just, please work. An error while saving your app name does not comply. Oh, app name doesn't comply. Okay, so I cannot say that Google Calendar, something like that. I'll have to give a better name. I don't know. Next.js calendar app. Okay, that works. So if you cannot name it some Google product name, right? So that kind of like confuses the user. It's not right. So add or remove scope. So you can add scope. What all things, what all permissions do you need? So I can just search for calendar, I guess. This can be configured later. I mean, we can configure this with code as well. We can add some test users, I guess. Test user will be exactly the same email ID. Let's add it. Save and continue. So all these things are there. There's one test user, and back to dashboard. This will give us a few stuff. Okay, great. There's a consent screen. Great. So if we go to credentials, create credentials, and we'll say OAuth client ID. Then we'll select web application because this is a web application. The name will say, I don't know, Next.js calendar application. Calendar application. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Authorized origin. This is the place where you place like what should be, where should the request be allowed from. So we want it to be allowed from localhost 3000, right? And redirects URL. So let's say slash. Oh, slash is not required. So origins, right? Authorized redirect URI for use with. Okay, so let's give a redirect URI. So https http://localhost 3000 / API / I don't know, what should I name this. API / Google redirect, right? So let's call it Google redirect, right? That's kind of okay. And yeah, let's create this, and this will give me the credentials now. This is the credential. I know you guys can see it, but I'll delete this. But don't use this, okay? I mean, let be here. We'll think about that. Like, let's place this in the .env file. Let's copy the client ID, right? Let's copy the client secret. Right, and then yeah, rest doesn't matter. So you just need a client secret and a client ID, right? So the next package which you would require is called Google APIs. I don't know, npm, let's call it. So this is the, this basically has everything which so all of these things which you are doing using this particular folder, you will, if you are not using this, you would have to do, call an APIs and do all those kind of stuff. But this makes it very very easy to use any Google API using this Google APIs. It's, the name is Google APIs. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll just add this to our project. So we'll say yarn add, and then we'll add Google APIs, which will yeah, which will add it to the project. So the first thing what we have to do is we have to generate that redirect URL, right? So for that we'll have to generate an API, and I don't actually remember how do you do that in Next.js API in API routes, right? So this is using pages router. I want to use it using app router. And how do you go about the APIs? I don't know. Route segmentation. Yeah, API reference component. I don't know what how do you create APIs? Create API. Create API route in Next.js app router. Right, let's see how do you do that. Why is it using pages router? I don't know. I want app router. Let's read this a little bit. So I know how pages router work, but where is the API, bro? Defining routes. Yeah, that's what we need. Oh, that's what we already saw. Layout, error handling, group dynamic route, project and parallel routing, route handling. Yeah, that's what we want. So in the app, you can create API folder. Inside this, you can have route.js, and then, okay. So in the route.js or ts file, what you can do is you can just create, so this is the root, right? The root, what we can do is we can just create subfolders. So what we'll say is we will say we'll create Google redirect, kind of like, not that's what, not what. So we want, I don't know, let's name this something like Google Google I don't know, Google URL. Just pick a nice name for you, right? I'm very bad at naming stuff, right? So this is what I have named this. For you, I guess there will be some better name you'll be selecting, right? Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to look at the documentation and see how to implement a, like uh, how to implement this route. So we'll say export async function, and then this is a get function. So they will say get, and then we'll have a request. The request will have request, right? So we'll say request, there you go, and there you go. So we have a request and we have a get function. Amazing. Now next thing what we need is we need to generate the Google stuff, right? That you're getting it, right? So for that, what we'll do is we'll just create a library. I don't know, libs, right? And let's call it and let's create a new file called google.ts, right? And then let's see the documentation now. I don't know, where is that Google, yeah, there you go. So here I think they have almost everything. So almost everything what you need to do, right? So there you go. So that's what we need to do exactly. So this is the part of the documentation which you have to read while you are implementing this. So what we'll do is we'll just import Google. I don't know, do you do this way? I can do Google from Google APIs, right? So we have Google, and then what you can do is OAuth 2 client is equal to new google.auth. Oh, it's not directly like that. Okay, got it. So it's like that, and then I can actually do google.auth.oauth2, and then I need the client ID, So these three parameters, which will be, yes, exactly this. But let me check in the .env. So client secret, client ID, is that is how it is. So we'll just copy this. We'll say this is the client secret, this is the client ID. Okay, and we need a redirect URL which we will be giving on our own. So this is http // OAuth callback. We don't want OAuth callback. It will be API / Google redirect, which we will be creating in a while. It's like there's no hurry for that, right? So we will do that. So that basically this whatever you give over here, right, should match what you have created your like this client ID and secret. Like while creating whatever you have mentioned, this should match. Otherwise, this will throw some error, that mismatch and all those things, kind of errors. Then it is like taking two scopes. We just need one scope, which is the calendar scope. So this will be like that. And this is the URL which I was talking about. This is the URL which we need to generate. So we'll be exporting all these things. I think we'll only need to export this, which is OAuth 2 client. Rest is kind of okay. So the next thing what I have to do is I have to use this OAuth 2 client. So we'll just say URL is equal to OAuth 2 client dot generate auth URL, and then what you can do is you can say access type, and I'll say offline, right? Great. Offline will do what is offline will kind of like give you a refresh token. If you select the online, it will not give you a refresh token. So it's kind of like up to you. What do you want? So we want all these things, of course. We want a calendar permission, we want the email ID and the profile. So we want all these permissions from the user to basically give us. And then we have a URL, right? So now what you can do is you can return this URL to the user. So we can say return this URL. Amazing. Now we'll call this API and we'll try to kind of like we'll try to redirect the user over there. Then he will be coming back to the page, and then he will be kind of like yeah, he will be okay. Great stuff. So the next thing what we'll do is we will test this thing out. I don't know, my APIs are still running or they have stopped or like what happened to them. They are still running. This looks fine, right? So the first thing what we'll do is we'll just, because this is a get, so we can do 3000 / directly, like whatever, like what was the name of the file? I don't remember. Google URL. So I can say API / Google URL. This should give us the URL if everything goes correctly as planned. Otherwise this will throw some error. We'll see what happens. Oh, this has crashed. So no response is returned from the route handler, whatever this is. So it's no response return because the return doesn't work. That makes sense. That makes hell lot of sense. So we'll say response dot, I think next response, that's how it is, dot JSON URL. I think that's how it is. Yeah, that's how you do it. So it's restarted. We'll just do that. There you go. So you can see that's the URL, right? So if you just go to that URL, you will see the constant screen. So I'll just click on that URL and you see it gives me an option to select my account. By the way, this is the account which I would like to select. And it says Google haven't verified this app. I'll say continue. I don't care. And then sign into whatever this is. I'll just say, and then you can see the constant screen, right? That's the place where you give the consent and everything. I can give this permission like, hey, go and you can do anything with my calendar stuff. So yeah, I can just do that. So I can press continue and it will have the permission, right? So if I just press continue, it will throw me back to my redirect URL with this code. If you see, this code is used to give me, like, this code is very important for me, right? So now how do I handle this Google redirect? Let's try to handle this. This is a get request, so we will be creating one more file. We'll call it Google redirect. So this is the place, like after redirect, the user will come over here, and then we'll say route.ts, and then we'll quickly create a get request over here as well. So we'll say export async function, right? and then we'll have a get request, and we'll have a request, and then we'll have a request. Okay, right? Great stuff. So we have a get request, and then what we'll do is we will be now. So we want to get the token, right? That we want to get the code, right? So what will be the code, right? So it will be yeah, that's what it will be. I don't think so that's how you do it. Request dot query. I don't know, how do you access the query? I actually don't know how do you access the query. So this is next. I think it could be request or next request. I think that's better. So I can just say query. I don't know how to access query params. Form data. Next.js API query params. Get params. Yeah, how do you do that? Use search param API. Okay, there you go. So that's how it is. Okay, how do you get the query params? Is there anything for that? I don't see that. Okay. Request.query. Okay, that's interesting. There is something called request.query, but I don't see it. Is this? No. No. This is not working for some reason. I don't know. Let's kind of like let's log the entire stuff, and we'll try to kind of like log the entire request, and we'll see what all things are there. So we'll just return some response. Now what I can do is I can just go to that that whatever that URL where we got 404. We'll refresh this. This should give us something. Google redirect, and there's a get path, right? Yes, so that's correct. Then why would it be 404? I must have given the wrong spelling or something. Oh, that is indeed the wrong spelling. Great. So we got one as a response, and we should have something's in the log right now, because this will have a lot of my information, I guess. Oh no. So we have request, we have the URL, we have the headers, and that's pretty much all. Okay, so we'll use the URL, I guess, to get the query params. So let's kind of like do like const URL is equal to new URL. Can I pass the URL? A request.url, and then I can say URL.query, URL. Search params. Yeah, that's what we want. .get, and then I can get the code. That's my code. That's what I want. And then let's see, is this how you do it? I mean, let's verify. Right, let's save this. Again, let's open the logs, and let's kind of like refresh this page. We should only see like, yeah, that's kind of like working, I guess. Do we see the log? I don't know. Get whatever, like, oh, we did not save the page. What is the case? We did save it, right? I mean, okay, so Google redirect code, but there's no log, but that's kind of weird. Let's say this is the code, right? And let's call it like this. So this is the code which we want, and let's save this. There you go, and it should show. Oh, there you go. So that's the code, right? Okay, this seems to be working. Great. So we have the code right now. So what the next thing what you have to do is it is explained in the documentation. So once you get the code, right, what you have to do is you have to use like get token from the code, this things. So this is the exact thing what you need to do. Great, great. So I think you need to import this, and then so this is as string. There you go. So you can write even the verification thing. So you can write if there is the code. So if there is no code, then kind of like response no code error, something like that. And then what you can do is you can just set the credentials. So yep. Now this setting up the credential is really required if you want to like just use it after this. So yeah. So the next thing what we have to do is we have to redirect the user now. And where do we want to redirect? We want to redirect this user to some page where it's like go to home page, it's successfully done or something like that, right? So now let's create a UI for this so that this entire process like kind of like looks good and feels good and like that. So what we'll do is we'll go to go to the page.tsx, and then we'll just create a like a good looking something like that, a good looking UI for this. So let's call it class width full, height screen, bg gray 50, flex, justify center, item center, and then we'll say a kind of like a card will create rounded md bgy, I don't know, bg white, yeah. And and let's keep some minimum width, right? So the minimum width will be, I don't know, something like 400 pixels, right? And height I don't care about, so let's keep it height as well. So height something like 300 pixels, right? And then we'll have a button, login with Google, right? That button is gonna look super ugly, I'm pretty sure. If you go to localhost port 3000, right, this is how it looks. This is how it looks. Stupid, right? But don't worry, it will not. I'll make it look good, a little bit better. Not like something out of this world, but a little bit better. Great. So now what I can do is I can just do flex, justify center, item center. There you go. So that button will be in between. Now what we can do is we can just have a Google but icon as well. So we can search for Google icon so that we can place a Google icon, and that looks better. So we'll just copy image link. This will be angry with me if I do this because yeah, save image as. Okay, this downloaded this for me. Now what I'll do is I'll just I don't know, drag and drop still works or not in this. Not pretty much sure, but I'm pretty sure I can import the images, right? So if I just oh, here I have a public folder, so I think I can drag this over here, and I can say google.png, right? And then I'll have so inside this button I'll have an image, and I'll say google.png, and the Google icon, I don't know, something Google something, right? It just unhappy with me because I don't have a width and a height, which I will have 30 width. Height is also should be 30. There you go. Why are you angry at me? Oh, because I'm using this image. I should have used the optimized image from Next.js. Yeah, there you go. So this should be fine now. Yeah, good. Let's do some styling now. So we'll go over here. We'll do flex gap 3. Yep, that looks good. And item center. Then we'll do px3, px4, and then we'll just give a bg of gray, I don't know, something like that, and by3. It looks super not good for some reason. Let's remove all the paddings first. Let's remove all these paddings. I'll make it look good. Don't worry. Hang on. I'll make it look better, I promise. Okay, so class bg blue something like a very deep blue, and then this looks like that. And then I can give a padding to this as well. So I can give a padding of like 2, and I can increase this to like something like 50, right? So that this kind of looks good. And then what I can do is I can just give a border to the overall stuff. I don't know, border would that work? Let's go to this, and let's put this in a span, and then let's kind of like write class px4 py3. Yeah, that looks good. And then I can just, instead of 50, I can just name this like something like 100 or 200. I don't know, 200 will look good. Yeah, it looks good. Better. So that's login with Google. I probably have spent too much time on login with Google, but I will not anymore. And that's my icon. Long time no see. Yeah, I was busy switching jobs. And then we'll say rounded MD. Yeah, and overflow hidden. There you go. That's my login button. I don't know, it looks super stupid, but we'll go with it. I'm happy enough. Okay, I'm happy enough with this thing. So the first thing what I'll do is I'll just probably, can I redirect though? I'm just thinking. So what if like instead of this we just have an A, and then I give an href to slash API slash, what was that? What was the name? I forget the name. It's Google URL. Yeah, Google URL, right? And then what you do is I just redirect, right? So, but I don't know how to do that. We'll have to go to Google URL, I guess. And then how can I redirect from here? I don't know. Redirect. Does that next dot response works? I don't know. Next response dot, oh, redirect is a thing. I can directly redirect. Oh, that's amazing. It's easier. It's easier than I thought, right? That's amazing. So now when I click this, I should be, yeah, it should work, in short. Okay. So let's see. So we'll say login with Google, and what happens? It works. I just go over here, I log in stuff, I continue, I give all the permissions that go and do anything with my account, and there you go. It returns 1. Why does it return 1? Because it works. Now you need kind of like some way to store this, because probably, in a real world scenario, when you receive it through Google Redirect URL, you'll save this token, you'll save this credentials and all those things from some safe area, safe place. But we don't do that. We don't do that here because I don't know, because I don't want to have a database right now. Okay, so what's the solution? The solution is very simple. We'll store all the credentials in a variable. Exactly, in a variable, right? So we'll create a small database kind of like stuff, DB kind of stuff. For now, this will be a database. Okay, so all the user, I don't know, const user tokens is equal to nothing, like null const user token. What is a user token though? This is an interesting question. This is kind of like credentials. Okay, so I can keep the type as credentials. So I can say this is actually credential, credential. Where does this credential come from? This is credential. What does this return? This returns get token response, whatever. This is credentials, right? Where do you get this? I cannot get this. Let's for now, let's keep it any type or whatever. We don't care. It's either any or undefined. Okay, 2 out of 1, right? It cannot be let, right? We'll just reassign this, right? And then what we can do is we can just have 2 functions. We can say set user token. So we'll give it a token which has any type. Super bad code. Don't don't code like me, right? Like how I'm doing right now, but yeah. So we'll export this, and then we'll have like export get export function get user token. My application will support only one user because yeah, why not? Too many users are bad, right? One user is cool. This is like one user is cool. Too many users are bad. In a real world scenario, take the token, store it in your database. Whenever the user comes, simply set credential, that credential, whatever you have saved. Okay, there will be few. Yeah, it's generally a text, simple stuff. It's a JSON object which you have to set. So yeah, so we could have stored this in local storage though, or some text file or something like that. Should we store this in text file though? Interesting question. Because when I'll refresh, the app will restart and this will reset, right? So that will be kind of like a bad, right? Let's store this in file, right? So let's create a better version of this. So we have this, and then const, I don't know, fs from fs/promises, and then what you need to do is whenever the app loads, just check for a file name. So const so this is like Redux, also Redux persist. Redux, bro. I want to use but this is backend. I'm like Redux front end, right? I want to do this is backend, right? Yeah, in short. So yep, I want to do this, and then this is what I want to do. See, chat. Whatever I'm using chat GPT shit, this is kind of cool. This completes the code which I'm doing. So fs read file tokens.json, this creates a token.json file wherever this particular project is running, which is cool. And then it takes UTF-8, it reads file. Why are you reading that file? Oh, that's correct. It's reading the file. But if the file doesn't exist, it has to create that file, right? Okay. Whatever error. I don't care. And if you set it, it should create that file, I guess. Yes, that's what we need to do. And save. I can say this is async. Export async function. Come on. Save user token. There you go. Cool. We did it. So yep, we created a function which persists our user token in the local some file, tokens.json file. Okay, then we have route, which does its thing pretty good. Then we have all these things. Okay, next thing, what we need to do, I just lost my mind. I don't know what we need to do. Okay, this one shouldn't appear. This one is stupid. So what should happen is this should save the credentials. Okay, save the credentials. So save user, I don't know, where's that save user token, right? And then simply give it the tokens. There you go. That will save the, and we'll have to await this because yeah. Okay, so this will save the user token. Also, we have to do one more thing. Whenever it loads the user token for the first time, what it should do is it should say OAuth to client dot set credentials user token. Pretty much done. So this will set the credentials if you already have saved it, right? Great. So now what we want to do is we want to we at this home page, we want to check that user has already logged in, and if user has already logged in, we'll redirect the user to maybe app section of the next page. I don't know what we are even doing with this. Okay, so in the app, we'll create a new folder and we'll call it app, right? So inside app, that's stupid. We'll call it calendar, right? Let's call it calendar, and then what we'll do is we'll create a new page.tsx, and then rfce, and then this is page. So this is our application, right? This is the main application area where we'll be actually creating an application. Simple, right? It looks complex, but it's very simple. So this is the calendar area, right? So what we need to do is now is we need to check over here that the user is authenticated. How do you do that? So does Vercel provide ability to create file in prod? Haven't checked yet. I think they do. Yes, if it's temporary file, like I wouldn't recommend saving anything on the Vercel server because it kind of like flushes its server. Yeah, so you could surely, but it will not be permanent. It will be like a temporary file till your instance is running. At its core, Vercel is just like an application running on like Lambda function. So if you could create a file on Lambda function, you could on Vercel as well. Okay, so how do you do that? So because this is rendered on server, we can access the server stuff over here, right? So we can just say, I don't know, let's go to the DB, right? And let's say, let's export a function, export async, there is token, export async function, there is token, right? So so just now, or yes, okay. So if there's token, good. If there's no token, bad. Okay, so we'll say there is token, and then we'll go over here. Where's the home page? Home page is lost. We want the home page back. App page, yeah, that's what you need. So now, as because we are on Next.js, right, we can do this, and we can just do like if not, right, if not is token, there is token, right? So if there is not token, right, what we'll do is we'll navigate. I think that's how you do it, right? Navigate, nav, route. I don't know how you do that. Import something from next/navigation, and then what do you need? Redirect? No. Yeah, redirect is cool. We can redirect, right? So we can just say redirect. So if there is already a token, then redirect the user to app. Or redirect the user to calendar. That makes sense, yeah. And then this should be awaited, because should this be awaited? I don't know. Why this function is async? I don't know, would this work or not? Should work. I mean, page.tsx. Oh, let's go to the home page. Now it's the time for the test, right? It is not redirecting because we don't have a JSON file, whatever that credential.json file, whatever we had, right? So now what we need to do is once we click this, it will go and it will ask like all this kind of permissions, and continue, right? It did created that file, whatever that file was. Where's that file? I don't know. Tokens, right? See, this is the token, right? It created. So this is clearly working. So now if we go to our home page, it should technically redirect us, right? This redirected us. This means this is kind of working, right? Amazing. This is great. Now we'll do some cool stuff, right? Now it's time to do some cool stuff. What cool stuff do you want to do? So let's go to the calendar page, right? And let's do some cool stuff, right? The first thing what we'll do is we'll just give the user the ability to create a event in the user's calendar, right, at any time, right? Whatever he wish to create a calendar of, right? So we'll just say text, I don't know, 3-4 XL, create event on your calendar, right? We'll eventually keep adding features, but let's start with this stuff, right? And then we'll say px, I don't know, let's name it container, and then mx auto margin top 100 is not a thing, so we'll just say 20. There you go. So create event, and then we'll create a form over here, right? So how do you create a form over here? Action will decide in a bit, but first let's create an input. Should we have some component library over here? I'm a little bit confused about file creation because uh, does not support Gmail services because of the serverless function. You can try it out, bro. Go create some files on Vercel and let's see does it work or not. So we have a form, we have an action, we have few stuff. So we'll probably need few of these, right? So the first thing which we will need is we'll call it event name, right? So and then second will be placeholder event time, event start time, right? And then we'll have event end time, and maybe description is kind of like also a thing, right? Description, and probably you'll have submit type. All these things will be text. Okay, great. So uh let's create class empty to from. Okay, so we'll have to style all these things, right? Which is good. uh Great. And then I can say width full. Great. And then I think we can wait, let's do some few more stuff. Rounded empty. I think border is like too much thick. Can you do border 1? Oh, that's not an option, so I can say 0.5 pixel or like 1 pixel. Yeah, it's better. Okay, we have whatever, like we have a border over there, and then what we can do is we can just copy this same stuff to all these places. Okay, see the power of Vim. I could have created a what I like us kind of like. Okay, good. So now what do you want to do is we want to have like space y something like 2. Great. It's distributed, right? So it says submit query. Why did it say submit query? Why? Why is it submit query? I don't know. That's off. So this is type submit. Cool. And we don't want to have it this like over here. This will be a button. This is kind of a button. And then whatever, like type submit is a kind of a type, I guess. There you go. We'll just call it create event. There you go. Looks cool, right? And then what we can do is we can just change few things about this. We can just say bg black, text white, so that like we have that kind of form. Amazing. So what we can do is, as your calendar is linked with this, right, we can even show your details over here. Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to show your details over here? Hey, you're saying that, right? You want some details, right? Let's do that, because this page will be server rendered, right? So what we'll do is we can directly get the details over here. So we can say async function page. First question, why is this thing named page? I don't know. This should be named calendar application, right? Application, right? This is a better name. I don't know whether we okay. That's not what it was over here. That's cool. So we need the information of the user, right? So we'll say user info is equals to OAuth to client. And why I'm able to access this over here is by default Next.js renders everything on server, right? The server rendered, so I can do anything, any backend stuff over here. So that's kind of cool, right? And if you're thinking how would I submit this form because it's server rendered, I think there's some way to do that. We'll figure that out once we are there. Yeah. So the first thing what I'll do is I'll just go. I don't know how to get the user information. Issuer. I don't know. How do you do that? Over here, there must be some option. Get profile, auth profile, or profile. Is there some way to get the profile? I don't know. Profile. Uh, there's nothing called profile. What the hell? Uh, let's Google this. Google APIs get user profile. Get user info via Google API, whatever. So how do you do that? Or to user info. It's called user info. It should be there. Ah, so I don't know where. Read profiles, people API. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, get it, but how do you do this using this thing? Is there something named like auth? There must be something else. There must be something else. I'm telling you. From Google, import from Google APIs. Auth, no. User info. How do get user info in Google APIs npm whatever? Can you just tell me how do you do that? Google APIs OAuth 2. I think this OAuth 2 v2. What the hell is that? OAuth 2 v2 dot OAuth 2 whatever. Does that, I don't know, get you get user info? Oh, that's not a thing. This is annoying. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini knows everything. We'll ask this guy. Okay. How to get user info using Google APIs npm package. Okay, don't Google Auth library. I don't want to use Google Auth library. OAuth 2 client, okay. Oh, it's Google dot user info. It's that simple? No, it cannot be that simple. Come on. Really? Google dot user details? Google dot, I don't know. User auth dot user info. Get client? Get client. Client is a good thing. Like, can I do like, how can I get the user info? Auth 2, yeah, that's more of what I need. What does it need? What, like, does it need a parameter or something like that? I mean, new. Oh, that's, oh. Is that how you do it? OAuth 2 and then OAuth 2 dot user dot, what's the credentials? I don't want that. Get user, get profile. Using Google APIs. What did it used? Oh, Google profile docs. I don't know. Google profile API doc. Read profiles. This shouldn't be this hard. Does anybody know how to do this? This shouldn't be this hard. I've done this a lot of uh, uh, OAuth to V1 user info. That's more of what I want. Oh, so how can I get the user info? Let's ask Chat GPT, I guess. This is beyond the capabilities of Gemini. So we'll ask Chat GPT. Arc is opening. Arc is slow. There I have Chat GPT. I think Chat GPT would have worked over here as well. Yep. Yes. I'm using Google APIs. How to get user info. Tell me how to do that. Come on, give me the code. Thank you. Yeah, I have the access token. Yeah, this is more of what I want. So we need this Google OAuth 2. Okay, this is what we need. That's kind of sad. Google OAuth 2. Okay, so I'll have to go over here. I'll have to go here, and I just have to say OAuth 2, and then v2. Then what? How do you initialize this? Oh, that's how you do it. It's not like this. Okay, got it. So I can just go over here and I can say auth. I can just say OAuth 2, right? And then version 2. That should be it. I don't know why is it still angry with me. Oh, it's not new, so I can just do this. Okay, great. So I have a, is it even like, no, it's not. I don't even need to use a wait. Okay, so I can now do user info is equal to OAuth2 dot user info dot get. Yeah, and then this will be a wait. There you go. That's how you do it. I told you ChatGPT is better than Gemini. You don't believe me. See? Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll just have margin top, I don't know, something like 32. Yeah, that works for me. 32 is a lot. 12 works for me. Okay, so then we'll say text 3XL, and then we'll have like welcome, whatever this guy's name is. We can even show his profile picture, which I don't know we should bother to do that, but yeah. Oh, great. No access refresh token API or whatever. It couldn't. So it is saying it. We are not logged in, right? We are not logged in, which shouldn't be the case. No access refresh token. What the hell? What are you talking about? Oh, so this is the problem is, I'll tell you. The problem is the spelling of Google is wrong, but that is not the problem. The problem is here, right? Oh, this spelling is wrong. Okay. So this needs to we need to set the credentials, right? So do we need to do it again and again? I don't think so. Const creds is equal to await get tokens, get user tokens, right? So it will be await. So then not authenticated. If it is, then I can just say OAuth2 dot set credential creds. Yeah, That's more of what we need. See, welcome Jay. Welcome Jay. It kind of works. I told you. I can show other information as well. Do you want his image? Do you want his image? I'll just show you, okay? So I'll just say, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this will not show the image because of that. Uh, what the? User info dot. No, 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 not that. I want to use user info dot data dot picture dot. I don't know. That's kind of works. And let's set a width maybe like 50, height as well, maybe 50. Alt profile pic, right? Ah, not authenticated. Are you serious? We'll just go. If this is not available, then just go blank. So I just need to refresh this. Oh, the problem is this thing needs to be added to the next config. We'll go to images and then domains is not like, I think, what is that? URL? No. I think it's called path. How do you do this? Remote patterns? Is that how it is? Yeah, I think so. Yep, that works for me. Refresh. Try again. Unable to connect. Firefox tablet connection to. Oh, it's just not there. Okay, it's crashed. Invalid Next.js configuration. What is invalid in this? Allow image origin in Next.js. That's what happens if you haven't. Okay, it should be in here, over here. So where's that origin thing? Oh, there you go. That's what it is. So, I can say, I can just print that over there. And now I can say, I don't know, protocol, HTTPS. Yeah, this is the host. Port doesn't matter. Path name doesn't matter. That's pretty much it. Should be happy with me. Shouldn't this be happy with me now? Yep. Let's go to the homepage. Try. Oh, this is simply not working. Okay. So we'll say undev again. What happens? Remote host name is missing. What do you mean by host name is missing? Okay, the host name is missing. Are you happy now? What? Expected HTTPS received HTTPS semicolon. Oh, this is happy now. I guess it's compiling stuff. We should be in our homepage now. Yep. Oh, why are we here? Wait, hold on. Not authorized. That's. Oh, that took a little while. Okay, got it. There you go. We have the logo. Welcome Jay. Create an event on your calendar. Now let's do the main stuff, which is creating the calendar creating the event on the calendar. Let's see how we can do that. So we'll do that using now we'll use Google whatever, like Next.js actions. They're really cool. So we'll be submitting this form using Next.js actions, or we can use post requests as well. I don't know which one we should use. Okay, so let's create a component where we can do this. So let's create a new folder. Let's call it components, right? And then what you can do is we can just create a new file, not file. So let's say create event.tsx. This is a component where all the like this form will be living, because we need to render this on the client. So we have the page, we have all these things. Now what we can do is we can just copy paste this form from here to there, and yeah, rfce paste. No, there you go. So that's the form. Superb. So create event, and then what we can do is we can render that form over here. Whatever, sorry. No, I didn't mean to do that. vatx create event. Yeah, that's great. So there you go. So now this the form, right, is the form is rendered on the whatever, the form is rendered on the client, right, which is great. Now what I can do is I can just do anything basically. So let's let's store this in the state, right? Yep, that's what we want to do. In these boring coding things, I think, this auto completion is like just amazing. I just don't like writing logic with all these AI based auto completion, because it messes the logic very bad, and you won't even like, it messes in a way that you won't even notice that it's wrong, and it will mess things up. Wait, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, this is button, so we don't need that. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's one thing. Oh, this is happening. I know why this is happening. Okay, I'll tell you why this is happening. What happens is, if I just refresh, this will not happen now. Use state. Oh, this will happen now, but whatever. I need to import use state. Refresh. Yeah, because this the page which you saw right over here, right? This takes a little bit, like, this takes a little bit of time, right? And sometimes what happens is, oh wait, why am I doing this over here? This is stupid. This I should do it over here. This will be angry at me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So what happens is this, when it reads, this thing has not completed yet, right? So that creates an issue. So what I can do is I can be a little bit smart. I can say read token, export function, read token, right? And then I can just paste that, right? And I can just leave that, and I can just call read token, read token once, or I don't even need to call this. And then I can just go over here and I can say async. And before, actually, if there is a need that token should be read before, now I can directly call this from this page.tsx page.ts file, right? Page dot wait, page dot yeah, this one. So I can before get token, I can just say await read token, right? So this will read the token before, and this problem will not be happening. So now if I refresh over here also, if I just go over here and if I just save the page, things just work, right? It doesn't do that thing now, right? Great. So we have create event, and now we have the event over here. Now what we need is, what do we need? We need over here on submit form, right? And then you get E, which is form event HTML form element. So form event HTML form element, right? That's what we have. So now what do you do is you just say e.prevent default, which will prevent the stuff from actually submitting, right? Great. So if I submit, the page will not refresh now because I'm just saying e.prevent default, right? Which is great. But the next thing what I want to do is I want to actually create an event by sending a request to my calendar, right? So let's see how do we do that. So let's create an API for this. So we have an app API, and then let's call it create event, and then I can create a route.ts file, and I can just say post export function, I don't know, function post request. This is request, and there you go. So this will behave as a post request, right? Which is good. Now what I can do is I can just create an event. Now how do you do that? So in the same stuff which we were importing from Google APIs, there is something called calendar v3. That's a calendar v3 const calendar API is equal to calendar v3 dot calendar. I don't know. Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it? Do I have to do like a new thing? I don't know. Yeah, it is a new thing. That's good. I can just provide an auth, which is OAuth to client. That works, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That works. Now what I can do is I can just say calendar API dot events dot insert, right? And then I can pass all the parameters to create that event, but before that I need to access the parameters. So how do I do that? Body is json.pass request.body. That's sad. Request.body. Yep, there you go. So I have the body, and now I can use that body to basically create the event on the calendar of that user, right? So how will I do that? So I think I don't need the calendar ID. Do I need that? No. Google, is there a Google calendar? I don't know. Google calendar. Google calendar API. So we have quick starts, right? And we have the node.js. That's what we want, right? And these are the few things which it is telling us to do, which we have already done. But let's see what else do we have. So this is a big code by Google, and we'll try to make a little bit of sense of this. So we have the scopes, we have all these things. That's kind of like what we have done. That works for us. And there's list events. So these are all the events which is there. We want to basically create events. Exactly, that's what we want to do. Let's go to the create event area, and then what we need to do is calendar ID is the calendar identifier. To create an event, list these parameters. Calendar ID. What is the calendar ID? Call the event.insert method, providing at least three these parameters. Event is the event to create with all these necessary details. Is the calendar identification can either be email address of the calendar on which to create the event, or the special keyword primary, which use the primary calendar of the login. So I think I'll be using primary, because whatever the primary calendar of the logged in user is, I want to use that. So first of all, we need to understand all these things which we are doing. I don't want to randomly do it. That's the first thing which we have done, so which is like primary, right? The next thing it tells is we need the event, and it should show us something. So that's the summary. Okay. Authentication, we've done that. And then calendar primary resource event. Okay, so you need to pass a resource object to this, but there's no resource. There's request body. Inside the request body there will be a resource or something like that. I don't know. Oh, there's the start timing. Okay, great. So this is body dot start time, I guess, right? Because right now, what I'll do is, for now, I'll just give this type any. That kind of works for me. End is body dot end time, right? And then we have a summary. I don't know, summary, or like, is there a title option or like name option? I don't know. Is the summary the same thing? I think so. And then description is body dot description. And anything else? We'll definitely learn how to make, like, how to attach Google Meet links to this, right? So we'll learn that, but let's first start with creating like a general events, right? So that looks about correct to me. That looks about correct. Okay, so we'll just go and create this async function, and then this should return some result. And if this is successful, we'll say yep, event created, success. So we'll just trigger this API now. How would we trigger this API? We'll go over here, we'll just call fetch, I don't know, this should be async, and this should be try catch, I don't know, just log the errors. Yeah. Yep. For some reason this is doing all the work for me. Okay, so yep, this is what we want to do. Okay, so yes, I think we should try the stuff now. We should see whether this works or not. Yep. So we'll open the terminal, and I'll just move it to the right because why not? And we'll see what do we get, right? So the name is my first event, the start. Oh, so there's like one problem we have. So this start, where is that? Yeah, this shouldn't be text. This should be date time local, whatever this is. This should be this, and the end should also be this same thing. Okay, great. So we'll just say my first event. This would be 30th. What's the time? Why can't I select the time? 12 p.m. right? And what I'll do is I'll just select this also. This will be same 30. So from 38, this will be 1 p.m. So 0100 p.m. Right, there you go. So this is the time from 1 a.m., 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. I think that's how it is. And description, this is a cool event, right? This is a cool event, right? So now what we do is we hit create, and we should see a log of success if everything goes right. If it doesn't, we'll see an error. Like everything, nothing works for the first time, so we have some error. We'll see what is the error. Oh my god, that's a huge error. So the error is, I guess, no access refresh token API or refresh handler callback is set. What the hell, bro? What the hell? I did set it up. So you need the auth again? Seriously? I don't think so. You need auth. No, you don't. Or you do. Okay, I'll give you again. That's okay for me. Again, it failed. Let's see what happens this time. Google Calendar has not. Oh, that does make sense. Okay, so the next step is, I'll just show you what is the next step. Okay, so hold on. There you go. So here, right, you have to enable Google. If you have to go to APIs and you have to search for Google Calendar. Wait, hold on. Cross. Go away. Go away. Oh, I can't trace it. You can just search that whatever that was, it was not going away. So I want Google Calendar API. It's doing its thing. Let's wait. Oh. Oh my god, this guy is glitching like extremely. What happened? Okay. The clicks are not working. Something is going very wrong with this browser. Let's quit this browser and let's try to open this again. I think this will preserve my web pages. Let's hope it will do that. Oh, there you are. So, yes, that's where we want to go. And what do we want to do? We want to Google Calendar API. Yeah, that's what we want. And we want to enable Google Calendar API. Don't forget this. If you don't enable this, things will not work. Okay. Do it faster, bro. Do it faster. Can we have it? Can we do it faster? Let's wait. Brother, how can we call API in server page? Simply, you don't need to call an API. Directly call your database in your server page, or use an fetch or Axios, whatever. This is enabled, right? So this kind of enabled. Amazing. So technically, now we should be able to do this. So event name, my first event. Let's create it for I don't know, 30th, and from I don't know, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. same date. 30th, 11 a.m. That's kind of works. My first event. Please. Oh, 500 again. There's something else. Something is not happy still. Okay. What is not happy? So there is Google Calendar API has not been used in project as before, or is disabled. Please enable it by visiting this particular URL and then retry. Okay, this is super convenient. It has given me a URL as well. You need additional access. Oh, this is the wrong account. This is the account I won't need. Yeah, enable it. I just enabled it, right? No, I enabled it for the wrong account, I guess. Yes, that's the problem. I have two of accounts. So one is of my company's official account, and the other is like this dummy account which I created. And I think I enabled the wrong one. Okay. Okay, here it is. So we have that set up, whatever. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this again. Simple stuff. Come on. It still didn't work. This time the problem is something else. Problem is Google Calendar not used in the project. Wait, hold on. This is something else. So no access refresh token API refresh handler callback is set. What the hell? Ah, because we haven't set the credentials yet. I think that's the problem. Okay, so what can we do? We can go over there, to that create whatever that stuff was, and the problem is our app like refreshed, right? So this lost its like credentials. So we'll say cred is equals to get await get token, right? Then we'll say OAuth 2 dot set credential. Right? Is this a promise? No, that's not a promise. Okay, so now this will fix the error and we should be fine. Yep. Let's see. Immediately an error. Oh, I don't know what is the error now. Cannot read properties of undefined reading access token. Wait, hold on. What are you trying to read? And lot cred. Oh wait, why this? I don't need to do this. I need to just do await set user token. Simple stuff. Is that how you do it? Yeah. But you need the token for that, right? So const get const token is equals to await await get. That's kind of like a little bit stupid because I could I could have actually written the logic to get the user token inside the set the user token, but it's okay. But set the user token will save it. That doesn't do anything. I think I was correct. So we'll say not authenticated. That's kind of okay. That's good. So if I am authenticated, then I just want to set the token. Pretty simple stuff, right? So let's go to my browser. Let's try this again. Okay, I get a 500 again, and the question is no response returned from the handler. Oh, because I did not this has created the event, but I did not responded with some I did not responded simple stuff. Calendar Google. So we'll go to Google Calendar. Where's the count? This is not the count I want. This account I want. Then what I want is I want the calendar. Where's the calendar? Don't go to that account, please. Don't do that. Oh, this is I hate this. Okay, got it. Do I see an event? When did I create an event for? I don't remember. Okay, let's create it again. So what we'll do is we'll just let's go to that API, and then probably this works. So here is this await, and we will get a result, right? So const result, we'll just log the result, and then we'll log the result, and then this is not what we want to do. We want to do return next response dot JSON. Yep, that's what we want to return. So let's see how does it work now. Oh, we got a 500 error now again. Why? No response is returned from the route. Oh, but I am returning a response. What do you mean? Create event. Is this the same? Yeah, I am returning a response. This is the response, right? So that's correct. Oh, because this is stupid. Okay, because this is like kind of like return, right? So got it. So now what I have to do is I have to just like say return next response dot, I don't know, dot new. So I can just say new next response, and then I can say status. Is there something like that? No, that's nothing like that. That's kind of sad. Okay, so dot next response dot status, I don't know, dot JSON message not indicated, and then I think I can pass some status 401. That's how you do it. That's the better way to do it. So not this one, just faucet. And if I just say this, I get 401. That means what does that mean? That means this guy is not getting a user token, right? Why will it not get a user token? But I have the tokens dot whatever this file is, right? So what could be the reason why we are not getting the user token? Let's see. Oh, because this is returning this one, right? The problem is this is not. So there's a function called read token. We can use that. So instead of this, actually it was read token. And then what we can do is we can just I don't know why this is angry at me. Void cannot be tested for truthiness. What the fuck do you mean? This is token. What does this return? Oh, this sets the credentials and does everything. Okay, cool. So yep, so that was kind of correct. Okay, and then just do this first. Await read token. Just do that. Not read token. What was that? It was read token, right? Yeah, it was read token. Okay, do that, and then I get a 500 error again. Oh, that's kind of sad. What happened now? It's just uh missing end time. What do you mean by missing end time? I would be having an end time. I think the name might be different. Let's check that out. So we'll go to create event, and we have the, what do we have? So we have the start time, end time, name, description. Uh, end time. What is that? What do we give over here? End time, end, event dot end. What the fuck do you mean by event dot end? What is event? Oh, that's the event. And end. And why is this an empty string? That shouldn't be an empty string. Let's see what do we get in the backend. Let's see. What do we have in the body? I just want to see that. So we have a body, and let's see what do we have in the kitty. Okay. So we go and say create event. Okay. So we have, what do we have? We have an error, that I know. I have config, and in the data I don't have anything. That's insane. In the body also I don't have anything. That's sad. Why don't I have anything in the body? Ah, okay. It's because body is a function which needs to be called. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, wait. How do you get that? Get reader. Dot That JSON is the right thing, right? Oh, this is how you access the body. Okay, I was stupid. Let's do it again. Again, 500. Seriously? What happened now? This is a bad request. Unknown. What is a bad request? Why is it a bad request? Missing end time. Oh, show me what have I given? Let's go to this, and what can I do? This is the body, right? Body of the whatever. Let's try now. Find out create event. Let's search for body of control F. No, it doesn't say do that. Where is that? Missing in time. Oh, it's a promise. Oh, that's stupid. So .json returns a promise. Are you kidding me? That's a promise. Okay. Again, let's try one more time. Are you guys excited? Will this work when I create event? This seems to be fine now. Okay. That's correct. I don't know what's the mistake. It's saying it's a bad request. Why it is a bad request? Missing end time. What do you mean? I have the end time. End. Oh, what? Wait. Is this the end time, right? Oh, I might have okay. I might have spelled it wrong or something like that. Okay, there you go. So it's end time, start time, and description. That looks correct to me. I don't know what does it look to you. It says it is not getting an end time. It is like serious. Come on. Like, I am giving you an end time. You can see it in your request as well, right? So like this is the entire request body, whatever it was having. I authenticated, and that's pretty correct. This is the something, and then what happened? Wait, I have one question. Did I generated the? We'll think about that later on. Message missing end time. Body start, end, summary, description, everything is there. It has end time, see? But oh, got it. It must be not in the correct format, right? So what I can do is I can just take this and say new date, right? Right, and paste this in. I mean, sorry, paste this in, right? Same thing I can do over here. I can say new date, and what happened? Now this is angry with me. Start and oh, this is start and that's correct. Start time, end time, description, and name. It requires in some format which I'm not giving properly. I think that's the problem. Uh, what's the format it requires? I don't know actually. Calendar. Go back. Start. Node.js. And where is create calendar? Where is the create event thing? I don't know. This is create events. There's some other format. I think this is some UTC format or something like that. So what I need to do is I just need to say do UTC string. I think that's what it wants. Come on, it was string before as well. What do you need? That's okay. Let's ignore this and let's try to run this. Let's ignore that error. Let's try to run this. Again, 500. Come on, are you serious? Oh, this is seriously some error now. Oh, that's uh, expression exceeded at line 2 at route, something like that. Oh, because that's stupid. Okay, this is because of this. Save this. This should be fine. Let's try to run this again. Missing end time. Where am I missing the end time? Come on, tell me. Got it. So, this AI, bro, this AI always, don't trust AI more than your documentation. So, the problem is in the start and end, if you see, what I'm giving is this, right? Which doesn't work. This should be date time. This should be this. And then time zone, it should be UTC. Similarly, UTC is the time zone? Not sure. Hmm. Is UTC a time zone? Maybe. Let's try it out. If it doesn't work, we'll see. Right. So we just cancel that out. We'll give an end time, whatever. Yep. If that works, that works. If that doesn't work, we'll fix it. Uh, let's try this again. Let's go to Kitty. Again, bad request. And the problem is this shouldn't be like this, okay? The problem is this shouldn't be like this. This shouldn't be UTC, something like that. This should be to ISO date. So what time zone does it like, what does it expect in the time zone? We'll have to check that. So what is the time zone? What is my time zone? So I think it must be there in the documentation. I can just go and probably search that database, whatever that database was. Time zone database. Okay, great. Can I search my time zone? Is that possible? Time zone database. It's Asia Kolkata. That's what it is. Okay. Will this work? To UTC string, to ISO string. Yeah, that should work. Again, time for the truth. Time for the test. Will this work this time? I do not know. What? It worked. It worked, bro. It worked. I'm not kidding. I'll just show you the calendar, right? Please don't show my calendar. Please don't do that. Calendar.google.com. Oh, this is always doing that. Okay, you can see my first event over there. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? That my first event. This was created by my app. Oh, sorry, I'm shouting I know. This is created by the Next.js project which we just created using OAuth 2, right? Which is pretty amazing, right? The next thing which I'm gonna learn is, which I'm gonna show you is, how do you put Google Meet links to this, right? So let's kind of explore that. That should be easy. That shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. So we should give an option to add people, right? I don't know, how do you do that? So in the create event, I think this takes something like, I think there was a stuff, invitation, integrity. We'll have to read the documentation a little bit. So references, attendees. Okay, this is very important. So you can mention all the attendees right over here, and this will be the Google Meet link, right? So yeah. Add drive attachments. You can add drive attachment to the event, which I don't want to. Add video and phone conferences. That's what we need. Okay. create text node. This is more of like a node thing. Yeah. So let's try this. Attendees. I think, can I add this over here, or like, do I need to add over here? Not pretty sure. Oh, this is the API call. This doesn't matter. We have to go over here. So okay. So attendees, and then that's an array, and then is that an array of emails? I think it is. So let's go over here, and we'll have to give some UI for mentioning the multiple email IDs. That's sad. We'll have to create a component now to just add multiple email IDs, because there's none by default, right? So multi string list component. Okay, RFC. Great. So that spelling of multi is incorrect, but it's okay. So we'll call it list, and we'll call it set list, and that's a string array. That's correct. And then let's receive a title. Let's receive a title from title string, right? Let's call it text 3 Excel title. Yeah, well, that works. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I think exactly. Or I love auto completion due to this boring shit I don't have to do, and I don't want to do this. And the auto completion made it so much simpler, right? Okay, great. So we will just say we'll have few things. We'll say on change, and yeah, I don't need the value. So on change will be basically a function which will be triggering whenever this changes, which is kind of cool. So I can write a use effect which will do this. Yeah, I don't know why this is. Do you want to update the dependency on change? Yeah, that's kind of okay. Okay, the next thing what we need to do is we need to use this multi-string whatever we have created. So let's go over here. Let's call it multi-string list thing, whatever. And then we can pass in title. And then we can say add, I don't know, Gmail conference users. Oh, conference. Yeah, that's correct. Then it has an on change function that gives us some kind of list, and right now we don't care about it. We just want to log it. Super. So that should give us something. Oh, that's not giving us anything. It's kind of weird. Okay, this list looks super bad. So we'll just make it look a little bit better. We'll call it LG. That's kind of okay. Okay, so now I can just write some.gmail.com, and I can add this, and that's the new item, and I can remove it, right? So something else @gmail.com, and it should log them out, I guess. Yeah, it's logging them out. That's kind of cool. This doesn't have any space between them, which we can easily fix by saying space y3. Yeah, that's more of what I want. Now what we'll do is, wait, why is it always new item? Why is this not the thing in the input box? I don't know. Const input. Yeah, that's more of what we want. Value on change, and then what we can just say is input, right? Great. Now this should technically work. Okay, got it. Why this is happening? So this is submitting my stuff, right? Which shouldn't happen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to div, and that's gonna fix my problem. Same goes over here. I can just change this to div. Should fix my problem. So yep, that solved my problem. Amazing. I can remove all these and I can add them. Great. So you can add all the other users to your conference, and I can do just one more thing pretty good, which is I can just add a type over here with, like, I don't know, type instead of text, I can just say email, so that this do all those validations stuff. Great. So now in the parent component where we were creating, right, we are getting this whatever conference users, right? So we'll say the name of this will be con users, and by default this will be empty array. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this exactly. So why is this con users? Wait. This cannot happen. On change is this. Huh. What the hell are you talking about? Ah, so the problem is this set event doesn't have that. Okay. Uh, con users. I think the spelling is wrong or something like that. A list. Still having an issue. Why, bro? Oh, because on change do have a list of strings. I don't know. This is going crazy. We'll just ignore it. So now that should give us all the con users in the backend. So let's kind of add them to the attendees, right? So we have this, and then what we can do is we can just say attendees, and then we can say that body dot this. And I am not sure, have I added this in the body or not? No, I haven't. Thank you. So yep, let's try this again. So what we'll do is we'll just say another, I don't know why this not work. Oh, and why is it so slow? Because we did something wrong. There's some infinite render. Oh, I get it. I get it why this is happening. This update whatever this. Wait, is this still happening? I'm not sure. Oh, not happening. So some event, and then what we'll do is we'll just say this is on 31st, as from is from 10 a.m. to 31st 10 to 12. So 31st 12:00 p.m. Yeah, that's correct. Some description, whatever, like something, and let's add a user. So let's add my own email ID. So yep, if that works, it should work with 1 user or 1,000 user. If it works, it works, right? So let's create an event. Yeah, it created the event, right? It should have some success message and clear the stuff. Again, we'll care about that later on. But yep, it pretty much works, but it didn't add a meet link. That is weird. it should have added a meet link, right? So let's delete this event for now. Let's see how can we make it add a meet link. And why Google Calendar API meet link. Create events. It's there in the documentation, they're saying. So there's something called conference data, which could help you add stuff like that. Okay, got it. So let's try to add that conference data stuff, which the documentation was talking about actually. So I don't know where, do you add it over here? Conference data version. Who cares? Conference data. Conference ID. Parameters. Is it like parameters? What should be the conference data? That's the question. There you go. So conference data, nested object, conference related. To create a new conference detail, use create request field. Conference data version 1. Okay, let's set conference data version 1. Also, I can add some notes, right? That's good, but what was it saying? It says create request. What is create? What should I add? I don't know. It's conference ID. Okay, so ID of the conference, event hangout. I just want it to create a conference like on its own. How do you do that? Hangouts meet, or just you say hangout meets. Okay, so key. Okay, so that's what you need. You need a key. Is a type available? I don't know. Signature parameters. Parameters. How? Oh, that's stupid. Parameters notes entry points conference ID. I don't have a conference ID, bro. What do you mean? How will I have a conference ID? I just want to create. I just want you to create a conference data. Conference data field can be used to create copy existing conference detail. It can also be used to request generation of new conference to allow creation version 1. There's 3 types of conference data currently supported, as denoted. Conference data or conference solution. Okay, so there's like something called conference solution, and then you have key that has a type, and then I need hangouts meet, right? To learn, you can oh, so it provides a name. Let's provide a name. Where do you provide a name? I don't know. It's over here. Yeah, there you go. Some meeting. There you go. So will this work? Will this work? That's the question, right? So I provided all this stuff, and I think I deleted this. So if I just set it again, it says event created. There you go. But there's no. Hmm. But there's no link yet. That's sad. Oh, so it's called create request. It's called create request. Okay. Why? What is the request ID? Let's see. I'll delete this now. I'll just go to my app, create this again. Yep, created. Should be in my calendar. Come on. There you go. Yes! Yes, we did it. There you go. That has the calendar, that has the Google Meet link now. That's exactly what we needed, right? Great stuff. We have successfully managed to create this website, which lets us create the events on Google Calendar, right? You can delete event, you can list events. I think you can do all those things using the same API. Pretty simple, same method. You can just go to this stuff, and then you can see what do you want to do. There's like quick start, in which you have these different methods which you can do. All these you can see. Yeah, you can use all these things. Great. So I think I'll be wrapping up my stream now. This was the code. I hope so you guys enjoyed the coding session. Thank you. Have a great days not left, so night. And bye bye. Have a great day. Bye.